Well, floorball fans, it's primetime floorball here in Georgetown, Texas. This is our third match of the day in the 2023 season of the NAFL. The Ohio Aviators taking on the Florida Vikings. It's set to be an exciting matchup. Ohio coming off of two heartbreaking last-second losses. They're going to look to change their story here and come out with a win as an expansion team. Of course, Florida, the reigning champions of the Troy Cup. A lot of talent brought in new this year. We're going to see how the two meet here in just a few seconds down on the court. It's been an exciting day of floorball so far. The story of today with our first two matches has been defense, defense, defense. That's what wins championships, as they say, and we've certainly seen it at play today. A close game between the Tornadoes and the Jaguars. Jaguars ahead 3-2, and then the Fresno Force pulling away from the momentous Minnesota Growlers. The final score there 8-1. And as we head down for the face-off, it's going to be number 8, Philip Lundmark here, up against number 17, Emil Mattsson. Referee Sean Eden giving the all-clear. Tough face-off there, recovery by Florida. It's going to be number 68, Oliver Bexbucka there in the backcourt for Florida to start off. Matt Alejandro, the up man for the defense. Emil Mattsson still on the far wing, pass to Bexbucka. The key for Florida has been getting passing chemistry off the ground. They started to have some flashes yesterday where they were really cooking well. A lot of players contributing goals, everything spread around on the Florida Vikings team. Impressive displays from them. They're going to look to repeat it. The Aviators doing a great job on defense generally. We're going to see if they can be effective here against the Vikings. Oles Thrum, the pass to Mattsson. Mattsson shot, goes off the body of his own man's Thrum. Joel Olsen boxing him out to the corner there. It's going to be a hit awarded here to the Ohio Aviators after that collision in the corner. New lines coming out for both teams here. It's going to be number 10, Samson McDonald for the Aviators, set to take it. The pass down, Thomas Mittelholzer on the close wing. The pass to Blixt. Back to Mittelholzer. McDonald, far wing, pass to Albin Nilsson. Nilsson over to Mittelholzer. Over to Nilsson, to McDonald. One of the things that Ohio is great at is changing people up on their lines. You almost never see the same line twice across different games. It's a testament to how well their players know to work with each other, and also to team owner and player Andreas Blixt on learning his team's talents as they go along in the 2023 season. Mittelholzer now. Go with the pass back out to McDonald. That pass sails wide past Nilsson. Kubetsky now. He's on the offensive for Florida, driving, he'll stop. The pass out to Lindborg, over to Jalavi. Jalavi on the close wing. Go back out, Lindborg, a quick shot over to Kopetsky. Kopetsky shot attempt goes off the body, and number 53, Mittelholzer. It's going to be a hit in here for Florida. New lines again returning here. It'll be number 89, Alexander Larson, set to make this hit for Florida. The pass to Holomonski. Kyle Harstead trying to tip the ball away there. Florida still able to maintain possession, but now it's going to be number 13, Abbas Arkad, on the offensive here. He gets it out to Carlson. Carlson behind the goal line. He's got help there from Tarika. Tarika, the shot attempt. Saved there by Peter Slad, sprawling out there for the ball. He'll pass it to Bexbucka. Over to Larson. Arkad pressing up here for the Aviators defense. Larson, the pass back out to Bexbucka. He's got Larson in the center. He'll go there, pass to Williamson. Back out to Bexbucka. On the far wing, he'll go to Holomoski in the center. Chipped away there by Kyle Harstead. Hugo Carlson on the offensive here. He's got Arkad to his side. Shot attempt saved by number 35, Peter Slad. Slad was all NAFL first team as a goalkeeper last season. His performance yesterday certainly set him on course for the honors again. Phenomenal goalkeeping from him yesterday, and he's already off to a great start today here against the Aviators. Malmstrom, the pass to Lindborg. Pressure here, Tarika and Alejandro. He'll still be able to get a pass off to Jalavi. Now in the center, Mattsson, back to Jalavi, over to Lindborg. Back to Jalavi. He'll go down to Thrum. Malmstrom looking for an opportunity. The shot saved by Skube. All this Thrum getting it out to Malmstrom, looking to create another opportunity here on the Florida Vikings drive. Emil Mattsson, the pass to Lindborg. Mattsson there, far wing, and a lot of coverage will send it off the wall to Oles Thrum. Thrum, a player with a lot of hustle for the Florida Vikings, especially great on defense. You're going to see what he can do here against Matt Alejandro. He's able to get there first. It's There's going to be a free hit awarded here to the Ohio Aviators. Joel Olsen there to number 9, Zach Mellon. The pass to Lundmark. Lundmark and Mellon, of course, both stars on the former Utah Raptors team last season. They were phenomenal performers for the Raptors, and they've been doing a great job so far for the Aviators. Lundmark, the pass to Mellon. Luke Williamson beginning to press. Lundmark with a spin around. He feels no pressure. Mellon back over to Lundmark. The Aviators starting to mount some momentum here, keeping possession for longer than they have so far. Pass there, intercepted. Lindborg loses control. Alejandro just saved by Schlad. He sits down on it. He'll go with a soft pass out there to Kopetsky. Kopetsky now gaining some speed on the far wing. He'll pause. Pass back out to Bexbucka. Playing keep away there from Albin Nilsson. Alex Girion trying to jump on the loss of possession there. Alvin Bexbucka trying to block him out. Girion able to get possession, being pushed into the wall. He'll nearly fall over. Lundmark, the pass to Olsen, coming around the center. Just wide to the left. Albin Nilsson behind the goal line. Ball chipped out of bounds. It's going to be an Ohio Aviators hit in. Some new players coming in here for Ohio. Albin Nilsson with a deep shot attempted, saved by Schlad. Girion and Blix sending Bexbucka off his balance there. He goes to the ground, still able to get a pass off to Kopetsky. Kopetsky and Janacek there now behind the goal line. Wojciech Janacek coming around. Looking for an opportunity. And that was Kopetsky with the shot attempt, sailing wide left. Another attempt there by Williamson. Kopetsky still with the ball. Florida doing a great job of maintaining possession despite Aviators' defense. Another shot attempt, this time by Janacek, sailing wide right. Now it's Thomas Mittelholzer for the Aviators. The pass over to number 10, Samson McDonald. Off the wall, sails far past Albin Nilsson. He knows the ball's gone. He's not going to pursue it. Substitutions here for Florida. Lindborg taking the ball behind the goal. Lucas Jalovi coming in now. Alexander Larson. Pass stolen there by Hugo Carlson. On the offensive, he misses the ball for the swing. Max Lindborg going into the back corner. He'll send it off the wall, trying to find Lucas Jalovi. Jalovi now on the offensive, on the fast break, coming down the middle. The pass to Larson. The shot attempt saved there by number 7, Kalle Harstedt. Goes off his stick there. He'll go with a pass to Carlson. Cross court finds Jonathan Torika. Over 5 minutes gone now in the first period. Still scoreless here. Owen Broom with the pass to Harstedt. Down to Torika. Cross court shot. Carlson, his ball sailing just wide to the left there. Lindborg on the recovery here for the Vikings. He'll go to number 8, Jalovi. Cod pressuring there. He's got Lindborg for the out route. Now Torika coming up as well. The press doesn't work. The pass gets out to Madsen. Cross court. Linus Malmström on the offensive. Back to Madsen. Just sails wide right of the goal. Ole Strom getting it back. A beautiful series from the Florida Vikings. Number 87. Ole Strom with a behind the back no-looker chip into the crease. And number 77, Linus Malmström of the Swedish men's national team, world champion of floorball, able to chip it in with 14 minutes still remaining in the first. Your score, Ohio Aviators 0, Florida Vikings 1. In the last 2 days, Florida has really been able to supercharge their offense. Of course, they lost in the season opener to the Minnesota Growlers, certainly not the return they were expecting coming in as the reigning Troy Cup champions. But it seems that with some targeted practice from Coach Niklas Jonsson, the arrival of new talent, bringing in new chemistry, it's helped them out a lot, and they're now seeing a lot of success here on the court. Bexbucka facing pressure there from Hans Carlson. Lundmark able to get it out, but play is going to be stopped. The hit awarded here to the Florida Vikings after Bexbucka seemed to have gotten his stick underneath one of the outside boards. Bexbucka to Kopetsky. Working with Bexbucka, Kopetsky on the far wing. He's got Alejandro trying to cut off that back passing line. He'll go with a chip pass to get around him. Bexbucka back to Kopetsky. Kopetsky now rushing from the wing. He'll go with the out route to Bexbucka. Go down now. Wojciech Janacek. Facing Alejandro. Bexbucka on the close wing. Coming in tight now. He'll go down the line looking for Liam Williamson. Chipped away there by Zach Mellon. There's a hit awarded here to Ohio. Zach Mellon went flying out of the court after some shoulder-to-shoulder contact. It'll be substitution time for both teams as well. 13:07 still remaining in the first. Mittelholzer, the pass to McDonald. Mittelholzer coming up. Olomoski trying to pursue him. He'll get the pass off to McDonald anyways. Albin Nilsson not expecting that pass, still able to make something happen with it. Driving in close. Saved by Peter Schlad. Schlad on Nilsson, an age-old matchup from the inaugural season of the NAFL. Sparks flying again today. Alexander Larson on the far wing. He'll go with a pass over to Lindborg. He's got Jalavi on the close wing. He'll take the pass there. Cross court, finds Larson. Trying to get the angle on Nilsson. He won't be able to. Back to Lindborg. Over to Jalavi. Jalavi has some open waters. The shot just saved by Skug. It sails out of bounds. It's going to be a Florida hit-in. Malmstrom now with the ball for Florida. Inside to Matson. Shot sailing just wide right, out of bounds. It'll be Ohio's hit-in to be taken here by number 19, Owen Broom. Broom still looking for a man. He'll try a deep pass. It'll go past Carlson, but he's still able to work with it. The pass over to Arcad, just saved by Schlad, going off his leg. Another impressive save there by the Vikings. Emil Matson now in the center lane will go with a back route out to Bexbucka. Off the wall, we'll find Matson. Always through him, coming around. Shot high, wide, and out of bounds. It'll be Ohio's hit-in to be taken here by number 7, Kalle Harstedt. Harstedt taking his time. 1-2-2 zone here from Florida. Always throw him the up man. This is where he shines on defense. When the time's right, he knows how to rush. And we see it there, but he's not going to be able to get there in time. Carlson getting the pass over to Tarika. Matson with the steal there. Ohio retreating a bit. Williamson over to Bexbucka. Lindborg heading out along with Wojtek Janacek and Kopetsky. Lindborg taking his time, the pass to Jalavi. Florida trying to slow the pace of the game a little bit. Jalavi now in the close wing. On the offensive, the pass to Kopetsky. He loses control of the ball. Zach Mellon able to chip it out into the corner where his man Joel Olsen's waiting. The ball hit out there. It's going to be out on Kopetsky. It'll be Ohio's hit-in. Pass over to Zach Mellon. They're taking it fast. Looking for Philip Lundmark. Intercepted there by Lukas Jalavi. The pass over to Kopetsky. Trying to get around Olsen. Olsen again getting the angle into the corner. This time it's going to be a free hit awarded to the Vikings. Referee's blowing the whistle. Complaining that play was started too early. It seems that was the issue there. Number 88, Max Lindborg, set to take the hit for real this time. There we go, the pass to Kopetsky. Behind the back pass to Janacek. It's chipped by Ohio out towards the wall. Lindborg and Alejandro falling over. Play resuming still. Zach Mellon. Capitalizing on the confusion, number 9, Zach Mellon putting the Ohio Aviators on the board. Straight through the legs of Peter Schlad. Expecting an upshot. Mellon sending it low. 10:48 still to go in the first. It's a tie ball game. Your score, Ohio Aviators 1, Florida Vikings 1. Impressive play there from Mellon. Zach Mellon last season, of course, had all NAFL first team honors with the Utah Raptors, contributing 34 points to his team last season. He's been a great performer and a big producer for the Aviators as well this season. Kopetsky and Nilsson there fighting hard for the ball. Off the wall, Blixt to Mittelholzer. Nilsson from the far side goes off the body of Schlad. Kirian over to Nilsson. Goes off the feet of Bexbucka. Nilsson still fighting for control. He gets the ball out to Kirian. The pass to Blixt on the close wing. He'll go down to Mittelholzer. Over to Samson McDonald. Mittelholzer to Blixt. Deep pass nearly gets in. Peter Schlad still able to save it. Ball sailing out of bounds. It's going to be a Florida Vikings hit-in. They're calling it for Ohio instead now. Now it's Nilsson with the pass, trying to find Blix. It's blocked by Holomoski. Larson on the offensive, trying to get the angle on Nilsson. The pass to Holomoski. Shot sails wide left. It goes into the corner. It's going to be Blixed on Holomoski. Blixed with a big frame, able to block out well. The pass to Mittelholzer. Mittelholzer coming into the center. Waiting for substitutions. Ole Strom going to look to capitalize. Starting to rush Arstedt there. He'll back off now. Hugo Karlsson. He'll get the angle on Strom. Looking for an opportunity. He'll drive past Malmström, but it's stolen by Jalovi. Jalovi now on the offensive, kicking the ball. Looking for a possession. Saved by Skjug. Karlsson getting out to Tarika. It's him and Lindborg. The pass there to Karlsson. Able to keep on it. Our cut shot goes off the body of Lindborg. It's still in play. Great defense from Florida. Karlsson, shot goes off the helmet of Schlad. Linus Malmström. The pass there to Jalovi. Things cooling off here. Florida looking to remount some momentum here. Less than 10 minutes remain in the first period. Still ties here between Ohio and Florida. Cross-court pass to Malmström. This is on the first try. Still able to get it on the second. He's got double-team defense on him between Harstedt and Lundmark. Madsen able to kick the ball out behind the goal, but Owen Broom's waiting there. Kalle Harstedt sending it down deep. Can Lundmark get there first? Phenomenal hustle from Lundmark, getting it into Alejandro, but his shot goes into the hands of Schlad. There's going to be a penalty call here. Florida captain Linus Malmström there discussing with referee Sean Eden. Walking away, Malmström does not seem happy as number 88, Max Lindborg, goes to the penalty box. Ohio coming off of some momentum already, off of a lot of counterattacks and fast drives, is now going to enter power play against the Florida Vikings. It's still a tie ball game, 8:36 left on the clock in the first. We're going to see if this is the advantage that Ohio needs to get ahead early. It'll be number 8, Philip Lundmark, set to take it from the back corner. Pass to Mellon. Lundmark behind the goal to Tarika. Lundmark to Mellon. Again to Tarika. The pass to Karlsson. Over to Mellon. Waiting for the Vikings to make an opportunity and for a scoring route to open. They've got Joel Olsen there in the crease looking for a pass. Again, passing around the bends here. The shot attempt by Karlsson goes off the body of Kopetsky. Kicked away there by Joel Olsen. Jalovi sending the ball out of bounds. It'll be Ohio's hit in. Karlsson to Mellon. Down deep, intercepted there by Wojtek Janacek. He's driving deep now. Joel Olsen able to get there and break it up, but it's going to be a hit awarded to Florida. New line coming out here for the Florida Vikings. We'll see what they can do here despite being a man down. Number 68, Oliver Bexbucka, set to take it. It'll pass to Malmström. It sails wide. Malmström having to recover. Lundmark on the offensive there. A pass off the wall, trying to find Strom. Mellon able to get the angle on him. Karlsson, the pass to Joel Olsen. Ohio taking time to set up here. Mellon. Down to Karlsson, over to Lundmark. Cross-court pass to Tarika, back to Mellon at the point. Quick passing here from the Aviators. They're picking up the pace. The shot by Karlsson sails just high. It'll go out of bounds. It'll be a Vikings hit in. And it'll be Janacek and Jalovi, the Czech players here for the Florida Vikings, set to take it. Intercepted there by Tarika. Over to Lundmark, trying desperately to get a shot off. Delayed penalty call here. It'll be against Florida. It's on number 71, Wojtek Janacek. 2 players now for Florida coming into the penalty box. Ohio desperately needs to capitalize on this opportunity to put themselves in the lead again early on and gain some momentum. Tarika working with Olsen, far side. Madsen coming out surprisingly far despite being down 2 field players. Mellon coming in closer for the kill shot. It bounces off of Matson. Malmstrom pushing Lundmark there into the wall. A hit's going to be awarded to the Aviators as a result. Malmstrom having a lot of height on top of Lundmark there. Able to use his larger frame there aggressively in physical defense against the wall. Carlson. The pass to Tarika, shot sails wide left, goes behind the goal. Yalavi on the recovery there for Florida, facing against Olsen and Lundmark. Lundmark trying to kick it out. Great possession by Yalavi. He's driving down, taken there by Joel Olsen. A collision there between Yalavi and Carlson. Lindborg getting ready to come back in. Power play almost over in a few seconds on Lindborg's penalty. Mellon, shot sails wide left. Still power play for the Aviators, but Florida with one more man on the court. Lundmark working back and forth there with Carlson. Mellon from the point. He'll pass to Tarika. Coming in closer, looking like he wants a shot. Carlson, it's good! Hugo Carlson is able to get Ohio an advantage here in power play. 6:19 still to go in the first period, and Ohio takes the lead for the first time this game. Your score, Aviators 2, Vikings 1. An impressive display there from the Aviators. It took time, but they were able to convert on their power play offense. That second penalty certainly helping them there. It took a lot of passing, a lot of waiting, until the right moment presented itself there for Carlson, and when he saw the chance, he didn't hesitate. Heading back down now for the face-off, it'll be Nilsson and Larson. Tough face-off there. Recovery by the Aviators in Florida territory. Chipped away by Bexbucka. He'll trip over his own stick there, it seems like, after a collusion with Blixt. Bexbucka to take the free hit. Coming around now to the center lane. Pass out to Larson. Deep pass down, looking for Holomoski. McDonald able to get a stick in there first. Shipped out of bounds. It's going to be Ohio's ball. Over to Mittelholzer. Back to McDonald. Nilsson. Pass down to McDonald. Mittelholzer now around the crease. Pass down close wing to Kirion. Nilsson, far side. Starting to drive down now. He'll collide with Larson. It'll force him to kick it back out to Samson McDonald. He's got Kirion on the far wing. Trying to get the angle on Larson. A little bit of a hold there. He goes into the wall. Ball now on the close wing. It's Liam Williamson with a pass down off the wall. Holomoski trying to get there first before McDonald. McDonald gets the angle. Coming around his own goal line. Now he's on the far wing. Pass to Kirion, but he sends it out of bounds as he tries to field it. It'll be Florida's hit in. New lines for both teams. Just over 5 minutes remaining in the first. Lindborg wasting no time playing the ball. He'll get it to Yalavi. In the center, Matson. Shot attempt just off. A little slow to the right there, but all his thrums there to recover for the Vikings. The chip there by Tarika for the Aviators. Apasar caught him and Schlad. The save by Schlad. After 2 shot attempts, the Florida Vikings still staying alive. Yalavi over to Matson in the center line. Cross court, Yalavi. Lindborg over to Matson. The far side, in the center, Linus Malmstrom. Shot goes off the body of his own man's thrum. Lindborg, the pass to Yalavi. Cross court, Matson, attempt. Blocked there by Owen Broom. Impressive defense from Ohio. The ball chipped down, trying to find Tarika, chipped away by Lindborg. Malmstrom with an opportunity. He'll take the shot, sails wide, out of bounds. It's going to be an Ohio hit in with 4:09 left in the first. Zach Mellon now set to take the hit for the Aviators. Joel Olsen on the far wing. Down to Mellon. Williamson rushing. Olsen back out to Mellon. Mellon pushing it into the far corner. Bexbucka on Alejandro. Alejandro losing his balance, heading into the wall there. That allows Kopetzky and Bexbucka the momentum they need. Alejandro still not giving up on the press defense just yet. But Kopetzky wide open. He's going to be able to take it in with some open room in front of him. Over to Bexbucka. Pass off the wall, trying to find Williamson. It's a little behind him. Nearly a shot attempt there from his brother, Luke Williamson. unable to convert, just off by inches. It'll be a Florida hit here. Wojtek Janacek. He has Kopetsky for help. Kopetsky now with the ball on the close wing. Around the world to Wojtek Janacek. Kopetsky in the corner. The pass to Liam Williamson goes off the body of Alejandro, sailing out of bounds. Florida's hit in here. Kopetsky. Go to Williamson, to Bexbucka. Back to Williamson. Williamson shot attempt goes off the body of number 8, Philip Lundmark. Lundmark now driving down. He's got Alejandro to his side, but he's going to be down around the goal line. Williamson there to stop him with a steal. Great defense from Liam Williamson. Wojtek Janacek missing the ball there. Lundmark capitalizing. Zach Mellon, he's got a chance. He'll miss the shot opportunity and go to the ground. Bexbucka losing his stick. Both colliding. It's going to result in a free hit here for the Ohio Aviators. 3 minutes left on the clock in the first. Hans Carlson with the pass to Lundmark. Carlson again goes off the leg there of Williamson. Lundmark just barely able to recover from Luke Williamson. Hit awarded here to the Aviators. They're taking it quick. Lundmark over to Mellon. Mellon, the shot goes off the body of his own man, Alejandro. Bexbucka facing intense defense there from Hans Carlson. It's going to result in a free hit for a pushing call awarded to the Vikings. Larson over to Limborga. And they're trying to capitalize while they're making substitutions. Alexander Larson unable to convert there. No hesitation there from the Vikings, striking at the exact moment that one line was coming off and the other coming in for the Aviators. A close call there for Ohio. Alvin Nilsson now on the far wing. He'll pass to Mittelholzer. Now to Samson McDonald. Cross court to Blixt. Goes off the legs of Jalovi in the far corner. Jalovi able to chip it out and around. Jalovi now on the offensive. He's got Holomoski in front of him. Chipped away there by McDonald. McDonald going to the ground. A shot going off the legs of Nilsson there. He gets out to Holomoski. Holomoski passes it out to Lindborga. Lindborga on the far wing. Tripped up there by Nilsson. He'll get it around Kirion over to Larson. Larson spin move around McDonald driving in close. And it's good! In advantage play, Alexander Larson with a spin and a score. 2 minutes, 4 seconds still remaining in the first period. It's back to a tie game. Your score, Ohio Aviators 2, Florida Vikings 2. It's Alexander Larson, now living in Cleveland, originally from Sweden. He's brought a lot of experience to this team. He's been a great player on some of Florida's substitution lines. He's been a great utility man. And he's finally gotten his chance for a goal. The pass to Malmstrom. Goes off the legs of Arcad. Malmstrom there in the corner against Hardestedt. He's going to draw a foul. It's going to be a hit awarded here. And again, Florida. No hesitation. Their strategy seems to be taking their hits as quickly as they can when the Aviators aren't looking. Once again, they're catching Ohio flat-footed. This time the strategy resulting in a goal, a minute 53. And now Florida retakes the lead. Your score, Ohio Aviators 2, Florida Vikings 3. And that was Emil Matson there on the shot, capitalizing on an unprepared Isaac Skug. Jalovi, pass to Limborga. Limborga down the wing to Kopetsky. Cross court to Jalovi. Limborga to Kopetsky again. Keeping the triangle passing scheme alive. Shifting around now, Wojtek Janacek in the center. He'll go cross court, Kopetsky now deeper. Send that shot off the body of Hans Carlson. It's going to be a hit in here for Florida. This game already shaping up to be far more high scoring than our other two matches earlier today. Most of the games earlier were defensive matches at a minimum through the first period. But now we're seeing already a wealth of points on the board. Jalovi's shot just chipped out by Skug. Another Florida hit in here with a minute 15 seconds left on the clock. New line here for Florida. Emil Matson and Ole Strom set to take the hit. Over to Matson. Down the line, Alejandro able to try and chip it away from Bexbucka. He's still able to get there. Down to Matson. Coming around the center lane, he'll have to pass back out in a double-team defense. Bexbuka trying to find Malmstrom. Malmstrom unprepared. Alejandro on the offensive, trying to get it to Lundmark. It goes off the body of Madsen. Joel Olsen now trying to get it around. Defense there from Malmstrom is going to result in a free hit here. And in response to a crushed ball, 3 being sent onto the court. Shows you how attentive and caring our staff are, all of them trying to assist in the situation. Luckily, only 1 ball needed for play at a time. Joel Olsen, the pass there to Hans Carlson, goes off the legs of Bexbuka. Still in play, Lundmark, the pass out to Mellon. Mellon, down to Lundmark. Over to Hans Carlson, goes on the outside of the goal. Hans Carlson still trying to maintain possession here as we get close to the end of the first period. Lundmark going to the ground. The hit awarded here to Ohio. Their bench calling for a 2-minute penalty after Lundmark sent to the ground with just over 30 seconds remaining. Olsen, the pass chipped away there by Malmstrom. Chipping it back in the air, it'll go over to Olsen. He'll kick it out of bounds, saving Ohio from being unprepared for a Florida offensive, but they're going to try and make it happen anyways. Great job by Lundmark. Pass defense getting in there, taking it from Malmstrom on the offensive. He'll shoot, but it'll go off the body of Bexbuka. Lundmark playing fast here. Joel Olsen. The shot on the outside of the goal there. Last seconds here of the first period. Lundmark looking for an opportunity behind the goal line. They'll try to pass it out. Blocked by Bexbuka. Liam Williamson holding on to it as time expires. At the end of the first period, we can tell it's already been an incredible game so far. Your score, Ohio Aviators 2 versus the Florida Vikings 3. Floorball fans, don't go anywhere. We're going to be coming to you soon with an exclusive player interview. And of course, in just under 12 minutes, we're going to be back with more exciting floorball action as the Ohio Aviators take on the Florida Vikings. Well, floorball fans of the NAFL, we've just gotten done with an electric first period here between the Vikings and the Aviators. Joining me here is Alexander Larson. How are you feeling after that first period?
Yeah, it feels really good. Started off pretty well. They got some simple goals, but in the end we got 2, so yeah, 1 ahead.
Now I've got to ask, how did your team really look to capitalize on this strategy, taking Ohio by surprise there, several quick hits leading to goal-scoring opportunities?
Yeah, I don't know what caused the goals, some quick plays between the guys, some rotation, and yeah, in the end we got the balls in the net.
And what do you think is going to be the biggest thing for your team to work on in order to keep the lead in the second and third period?
Try to keep the defense as tight as we were in this period, and just try to take the counter attacks and just try to keep the ball. Yeah.
Understood. Alexander, thank you so much for joining us. Floorball fans, don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon with more floorball action between the Aviators and the Vikings. Well, floorball fans, it's almost time to return to the court for the second period of the Vikings versus the Aviators. Before we do, we'd like to remind you that the NFL wouldn't be possible without our sponsors. Our explorers searched the galaxy. They came back and told us there was only one stop for everything floorball, floorballplanet.com. Our official clothing partner for the 2023 season is Kempa. If you like what our referees are wearing, then you like Kempa. From head to toe, from shoe to shirt. As we head down for the face-off, you can trust that our game ball is the only official game ball of the NAFL. Excel, because like the NAFL, Excel chooses to rule. As we head down, it'll be Carlson on Matson there, recovery by the Aviators on the face-off. Florida gaining a lot of traction there towards the end of the first period. They started some strategies, running quick plays against the Aviators, catching them off guard. Quite literally, Isaac Skugg not looking for one goal by Emil Matson. It worked well, and it's put Florida back in the lead after the Aviators came back up, and they're going to extend it here. A quick run there, number 87, Ole Strum there, sending it in high in the corner. It only took 23 seconds. The reigning champions getting another goal, 19 minutes, 37 seconds remaining in the second period. Your score now, Ohio Aviators 2 versus the Florida Vikings 4. The Vikings only continuing to grow their momentum. The Aviators facing a growing deficit they're going to have to overcome. They've already come from 2 behind to tie it up. We'll see if they can do it again here in the second. Recovery by Florida. Goes to Peter Slad. He'll pass it out to Jalovi. He'll go back out to Lindborg. Jalovi coming around center lane. The pass down to Kopetsky. Kopetsky, it goes off the legs there of McDonald. Looking for an opportunity, him and McDonald pressing back towards the wall. The hit-in's going to be awarded here to Ohio. Samson McDonald to take it. They'll go down, find Mittelholzer. Back to McDonald. Albin Nilsson on the far side. Cross-court pass, McDonald breaking around Kopetsky, but Lindborg is there on defense. Blix trying to hit it to his man Kirion in the box, but it's intercepted there by Jalovi. Jalovi getting it to Janacek, saved by Skugg. Janacek still with possession. The pass to Kopetsky. Shot sails wide right. Janacek again. Go pass it out this time to Lindborg. Over to Jalovi. Jalovi. The shot attempt saved by Skugg. A lot of pressure in rapid succession. Florida creating a lot of pressure. Their offense is really starting to work. They're getting a lot of chances here. Ohio barely hanging on. They're going to try and change that here with this drive and change the momentum. The pass to Blix. He'll miss that pass on the center line, chipped away by Janacek. Luke Williamson on the far side with a pass attempt to Janacek, sails wide. Now it's going to be Samson McDonald. McDonald over to Mittelholzer. Luke Williamson pressing. Grabbing on there, Mittelholzer still able to get a pass over to Samuel Runke. Jonathan Tarika, Carlson, Runke, Harstead. Tarika trying to get it to Carlson. He'll get a shot off. But it's under pressure. It sails out of bounds. There's going to be a penalty call here, though. Referees discussing there mid-court. It'll be number 89, Alexander Larson, called on that penalty. Number 4, Joel Olsen, here to take the hit. Ohio entering power play. This is their chance to start working back up towards the Florida Vikings. Tarika recovering there after the ball chipped into the middle. Zach Mellon from the point. He'll pass over to Carlson. Philip Lundmark working with Carlson. Over to Mellon. Lundmark. Over to Carlson. Mellon to Olsen. Back to Mellon. Over to Lundmark. It's good! Another power play goal for the Ohio Aviators. They're showing the Vikings they're still full of life. Philip Lundmark, the returner from the Utah Raptors last season, another great contributor here on the Aviators team. Lundmark last season received all NAFL second team honors with 32 points on the season. He's certainly showcasing why here. 17-37, still left in the second. Your score now, Ohio Aviators 3, Florida Vikings 4. Ole Strum working hard there, trying to drive into Aviator territory. It's going to be Florida's hit in. Emmett Matson ready to hit it. 2 balls on the court. Strum to Lindborg. Over to Jalovi. Down Malmstrom. Shot attempt off of Mellon. Mattsson out with the ball. Close wing. The pass back out to Lindborg. They go back down. Mattsson now getting closer to the goal line. He's got Malmstrom, but instead it'll go off the wall. Over to Lindborg. The pass to Jalovi. He's got some open water. He'll take a shot attempt. Rolls up and over. It's going to be a hit in here for Ohio. Zach Mellon with the pass over to Joel Olsen. Mellon down the line. Trying to find Lundmark, but it sails wild. Lindborg there to recover for the Vikings in their own territory. The pass now. It's Mattsson on the fast break. The spin around. Over to Malmstrom. Saved by Skug. First shot saved. Second shot over. It'll be Florida's hit in. Great defense there from the Aviators. Ollie Strum. Over to Mattsson. Down the line to Lindborg. In the middle, Jalovi. Lundmark getting aggressive there. Hard press from him and Alejandro. Malmstrom breaking around. Ollie Strum saved by Skug. Chipped out of bounds by Zach Mellon. It'll be Florida's hit in, but it'll be from further in striking distance. Zach Mellon with the smart move there to stop the offensive, break the momentum by sending it out of bounds there. Mattsson bringing it down the line. Lindborg, the pass to Jalovi. Goes off the body of number 9, Zach Mellon. Trying desperately to get around Jalovi, but he's still got an angle. Malmstrom shot just chipped out by Skug. Malmstrom getting a pass out. Jalovi to Mattsson. Can he do it? Another save for the Ohio Aviators. Staying alive by inches. 16-13 still remaining in the second. New lines coming out for both teams. It's going to be Florida's ball. Olomoski ready to take the hit. Larson. Bring it back down to Bexbucka. Kirion chasing. Back to Larson on the close wing. Behind the back, no-looker pass. Olomoski shot is good! Number 14, Stefan Olomoski on the goal there for Florida, and just like that, they're back, 2 in the lead. 16 minutes, 2 seconds still to go in the second period. Your score now, Ohio 3, Florida 5. That goal coming off of a series of great offensive tries by Florida. They know how to turn the heat up on the Ohio team. We'll see if they continue to do it here in the second period. Recovery there by Jalovi on the faceoff, driving in deep and quick. Saved by Skug. Pass out, Carlson. Go cross court to Harstedt. Coming down now, it goes off the body of Kopetsky, still in play. Luke Williamson now on the offensive, gets it to Kopetsky. And it's chipped away, Samuel Runka. Over to Hampus Hakad. Goes off the legs there of Wojtek Janacek. It'll be Florida's ball. Forgive me, Ohio's ball is the call. It'll be number 21, Jonathan Tarika, set to take the ball. Kalle Harstedt, over to Runka. Back to Harstedt. 2 men in the backcourt here for Ohio. Williamson cutting off the back passing route. Carlson, cross court, finds Tarika. From center court, the pass to Harstedt. Picking up the pace here through the legs of Williamson. Over to Runka, finding Carlson. Getting boxed out there by Jalovi. It's going to be Ohio's hit. Pass down. Runka to Harstedt. Runka now driving in. Center lane, the pass out. Carlson. And for a man, he'll find Harstedt. Runka missing the reception there. 5 minutes have passed so far in the second period. Both teams have gotten on the board, but Florida still with a 2-goal lead. Kalle Harstedt. Over to Carlson. Jalovi pushing him to the boards. Trying to get a pass out to Lindborg, but it sails out of bounds. It'll be Ohio's hit in. New lines for both teams. Ohio getting ready to take the court here. Number 8, Philip Lundmark, going to be on that hit for the Aviators. Working with Carlson there. Now he's darting behind the goal line. The pass to Olsen. A chip shot with too much spin. The angle's not there. Out of bounds. It's going to be Florida's hit in. Pass to Malmström. Linus Malmström. A deep shot attempt goes off the body of Mellon. Another try there by Liam Williamson, sails out of bounds. Mellon over to Olsen. Back to Mellon. Go down, find Lundmark. Trying to get the angle around Malmström. He'll spin around. Fancy footwork there from Lundmark. Able to get it to Alejandro. Blocked there by Oliver Bexbucka. Ström now to Malmström. Goes off the leg there of Mellon. Malmström still trying to create an attempt. Alejandro there trying to get the steal. Malmström with an attempt goes off the body of Mellon again. And that's going to be a penalty call there. Philip Lundmark head out to the boards. Able to get back to his feet, taking down half of the far side of the court. And they topple like dominoes as one part's fixed, the other goes down. It was a hard hit there. It'll be number 77, Linus Malmström, on the call there for that collision that sent Lundmark flying. True to Aviator form. 14 minutes on the clock, and it's going to be Ohio entering power play again. 2 of their 3 goals coming from inside power play. That's going to be a 2+2 penalty there against Malmström. 2 minutes of power play begins now. Pass down. Over to Mellon. Mellon over to Lundmark. Shot attempt goes off the body of Jalovi. Trips back down into Ohio territory. The hit awarded here to Ohio. They're going to try and take it fast. Olsen to Lundmark. Catching the Onachek unexpected. Zach Mellon. Down to Tarika. Back to Mellon. Working the passing. Tarika shot attempt sails wide right. Goes out of bounds. Get in here for Florida. Jalovi off the wall behind Lundmark. Finds Lindborg. Ball sails out of bounds. It'll be another Florida hit in. Ohio getting put on defense despite being the team in power play here. Mattsson fighting hard for possession in his own territory. Joel Olsen aggressive on the defense there. He's got backup from Tarika in the far corner. Tarika able to get it out to Mellon. Mellon, the shot saved by Schlad. Nearly chipped in there. Stoppage of play there. It's going to be Ohio's ball close to the goal. Joel Olsen with an opportunity here. No pass to Tarika. Coming around for a sweep shot. It's blocked. Off the body of Mattsson there. The shot from Carlson. Mellon to Lundmark. Over to Carlson. Carlson cross court finds Tarika. Tarika looking for a chance. Mellon nearly going for a slap shot there. Instead he'll pass it back. Over to Lundmark. Power play ending in less than a minute. We'll see what Ohio's able to do. Both teams seeing some tensions here on the court. Certainly a passionate game for both. And that's going to be another penalty called here on the Florida Vikings. Number 8, Lukas Jalovi, heading to the penalty box. For the second time this game, Florida has 2 players in the penalty box. The physical style of play has not been paying off for them so far this game. We'll see what Ohio can do with it. Lundmark with the ball, far wing, trying to get it across to Joel Olsen, saved there by Schlad. Pass it down. Hugo Carlson there on the recovery. The pass over to Mellon. Carlson to Lundmark. Carlson cross court, finds Tarika. Mellon the shot, sails wide right. Schlad leaving it all on the court there to grab that ball. He'll pass it to Ström. And now, a hard battle for the ball. Driving down Mattsson. Can he do it? Yes! No goal, no goal. High stick violation. What a close call for the Aviators. 2 field players down. Florida still driving, getting to the goal. If it wasn't for the stick being played too high, it would be a very different story in the momentum here. Lundmark's shot attempt off the leg of Schlad. Matson driving again. Can he make it count this time? Janacek, the ball chipped away there by Carlson. The team's getting heated. Lundmark's hitting it over the goal. The hit's awarded here to Florida. Two players down, still trying to mount an offensive here. Double team defense in the corner there by Ohio. Gotta be careful there. They're gonna give Florida another opportunity. It's Hugo Carlson there breaking the ball out. Pass to Lundmark, back to Carlson. Mellon, over to Carlson. Mellon to Olsen. Olsen missing the ball there for a pass. Bringing it around. And he misses the shot opportunity. Tries the spin shot, but he sends it high instead of in. The hit in here for Ohio. Zarica. Over to Carlson, it's good! Hugo Carlson again for the Ohio Aviators. Able to make good on the power play there after nearly giving up a goal to the Vikings while they're 2 players down. Ohio able to turn the tables. 10:57 still remaining in the second. And it's now a 1-goal game. Your score, Ohio Aviators 4, Florida Vikings 5. Ohio going to still be in power play here after the faceoff. Yalavi still serving a penalty. Joel Olsen against Matson. Recovery by Florida. Malmstrom trying to drive. Eager after coming out of the penalty box after that goal. Ball chipped away. Down to Olsen. Now to Mellon. Mellon. Down to Zarica. Mellon over to Lundmark. Nearly good. Barring out. Zach Mellon now. Pass down. Power play is over. Yalavi back in. Lundmark to Olsen. Pushed away there by Lindborg. It's going to be a hit awarded to Ohio. Trying to take it quick there. Hugo Carlson missing the ball there just a little too fast. Driving in close. Shot sails out of bounds. He goes flying. It's going to be a hit in here for Florida. Tensions are rising on the court. Players getting very invested in this game. It's a tight one. It's a close one. A lot of energy, a lot of penalties. Larson over to Bexbucket. Going down. We'll find Williamson in the corner. Hit away off the body of Mittelholzer. Blitzed off the wall to Gideon. Cross court finds McDonald. Ball chipped up in the air. He's got to try to recover. He'll get it out to Mittelholzer. Over to Blixt. 10 minutes remain in the second. We're officially halfway through the match. Albin Nilsson looking for a chance. Go down the line. Find Gideon. Gideon from behind the goal line. Ball chipped away there by Liam Williamson. Able to get it out to the corner. To get the ball to Holomoski. Holomoski. Intercepted there by Nilsson. Unable to convert possession off of it, though. It's Mittelholzer who'll have to kick it to midcourt. Larson again with the ball. Will get the angle on Nilsson, but he'll lose control. Nilsson now coming around the center lane. Nilsson, the pass to Gideon. The shot attempt, trying to get it to Nilsson for a chip in. It's no good. Nilsson tumbling into the wall. It's going to be a hit awarded here to Ohio. It'll be Tarika set to take it. Brunka now on the far wing. Bring it over to Hotterstedt. Ohio playing further and further in their backcourt. Tarika now retreating as well, trying to get the angle on Strum. Taken out, going to the wall. Matson sent him into the wall there, an unfortunate slide. It's going to be an Aviator ball again. Ohio building some serious momentum here. Tyler Hotterstedt to Tarika, over to Runka. Carlson on the far wing. Deep pass down to Harstedt. Stays in bounds. Impressive work there. Another Aviator free hit. Harstedt to Carlson. Shot blocked there by Lindborg. Coming down, he finds Thrum. The pass to Madsen. Goes off the body of Harstedt. Lindborg gets it out to Jalovi for another chance. Back to Lindborg on the far wing. Shot attempt goes off the body of Hugo Carlson. Number 17 for the Aviators. Shipped away there by Hampus Harkad. Now it's number 88, Max Lindborg on the far side. Another delayed penalty. Linus Malmström still there on the ground. Able to get to his feet here. They're going to send number 13, Hampus Harkad, out for a penalty after that hit on Malmström. 8 minutes, 32 seconds still remaining in the second period. Now Florida going to enter power play. Janacek to Kopetsky. Kopetsky back to Thrum. Lundmark starting to press. He might give up a final passing lane. Thrum behind the goal. Out to Malmström, over to Janacek. Janacek in the center. Thrum working with Kopetsky. Fast passing here from Florida. It's impressive work. That pass sails wide. It's going to break the rhythm. Janacek over to Malmström. Pass blocked there by Albin Nilsson. Nilsson trying to drive there. Play stopped. It's going to be Ohio's ball. Nilsson. He's got Lundmark deep. Instead he'll send the ball to Peter Slad. His team retreating for power play defense. Kopetsky. He'll go over, find Janacek, to Malmström. Janacek. Kopetsky nearly losing the ball there to Nilsson. Jumped the gun just a little too early. The pass to Thrum, saved by Skug. Now it's Albin Nilsson trying to get the ball out of Ohio land. Mellon sending it down, but Kopetsky gets it. Ollie Thrum. Over to Malmström, saved off the body of Zach Mellon. Nilsson kicking it to Mellon. Driving down, he goes out of bounds. It's going to be an Ohio ball. Captain Linus Malmström not happy with the refereeing there. Penalty call after Lundmark goes to the ground. Number 71, Wojciech Janacek, being set to the penalty box. As we've already seen, it's been a physical, gritty, passionate game so far. With 7:17 remaining in the second, both teams going to be equally matched with a player in the penalty box now. And Ohio going to have some precious moments of power play against Florida. It'll be Ohio's ball here, heading back in. Lundmark to Mellon. Mellon looking for Olsen. Back to Mellon. Ohio taking their time, likely waiting to get to full strength in just a few seconds. Time running low there on Hampus Harkad's penalty. Picking up the pace now, Madsen looking to press Mellon. Deep pass, trusting Philip Lundmark to get there quickly. And he does, but Peter Slad able to grab it away. Malmström looking for a man who isn't there. Madsen recovering. Back to Malmström. Driving down the center. He's got Jalovi to the side, but he doesn't need him. Skug with the save there. On the far wing, it's Lundmark. Malmström trying to deflect that pass. Ohio is now officially in power play. They're back to full strength. Now pressing into Florida territory. The Vikings retreating. Carlson to Mellon. Carlson crossed to Olsen. Sails out of bounds. It'll be Florida's hit in here. Jalovi set to take it. Strum pushing hard. Blocked there by Olsen. Referee Sean Eden stopping play there. They're going to reset there, the clock not moving in the arena. Further stoppage of play. Players now curious what's happening. And Joel Olsen there sending down the play in gentlemanly fashion after that stoppage. Jalovi looking to capitalize now. Coming around the middle, a lot of hustle from him. The spin around, fancy footwork. That shot just deflected off the leg of Mellon. It's going to be a Florida hit in. Emil Mattsson heading out there to take the hit. He'll have Linus Malmström with him. Over to Malmström. The pass to Kopetsky. Chipped out of the way there by Tarika. Malmström. Shot goes off the body of Mellon. Keep in mind, Florida's still a field player down in the middle of this offensive. Kopetsky, he had an opportunity, but he just sailed wide right, staying in bounds. Power play about to expire for Ohio. Doesn't really matter to them. They're still facing a lot of pressure from Florida. Power play officially over. Wojtek Janacek back in play. Carlson to Lundmark. Trying to spin around Jalovi. The hit awarded here to the Florida Vikings. .507 remaining in the second period. Still a one-goal game. Liam Williamson heading out there for Florida to take the hit. Over to Larson. Larson on the close wing. Over to Vexbucka. Coming around the center lane now. Back to Williamson. Goes off the legs there of Mittelholzer. Nilsson recovering here for the Aviators. Trying to find Gideon Vexbucka, able to get there first off of a misdirected pass. It's going to be a hit awarded here to the Florida Vikings. They're trying to take a quick here. The pass to Williamson already in play. Off the wall. Find Holomoski. After the double team defense there with help from Andreas Blixt, he's able to pass it down to Gideon here for the Aviators. Larson jumping the passing lane there, getting around Nilsson. The Vikings looking for a call. It's going to be a hit awarded here to the Vikings. Lukas Jalovi with the pass, Lindborg. We'll go down to Mattsson. Back to Lindborg. Jalovi. In the center court, Mattsson. Out to Malmström. Lindborg. Coming around now to Jalovi. Getting it into Lindborg in the middle. Malmström to Jalovi. The shot goes off the legs of Kalle Harstedt. Now it's Tarika on the offensive. He'll stop. The pass to Carlson. Too fast to control. He goes to the ground. Jalovi taking the advantage there. All is Strum. The pass to Malmström. Blocked by Runka. The pass to Strum. Back out to Lindborg. An exciting series there. Mattsson now driving towards the goal. Off the legs of Harstedt. Still in play. Tarika takes it for the Aviators. Down to Arcad. Back to Tarika. He takes the shot. Linus Malmström with a slide to hit it off his knee. It goes out of bounds. It'll be an Ohio hit in. Incredible defense there from Linus Malmström. 3.5 minutes left on the clock here in the second period. It's been a lot of penalties with little movement in the score. An impressive game so far. The shot attempt by Mellon getting blocked there off Florida defenders. Peter Sladnow with the ball. He'll pass it out to Williamson. Across to Vexbucka. Over to Kopetsky. Back to Vexbucka. Goes off the back wall there. Wojtek Janacek trying to defend there. Zach Mellon able to get the angle. Pass to Joel Olsen. He's behind his own goal. Williamson pursuing. Florida's defense retreating now. Williamson charging. Mellon taking it on the close wing. The pass to Carlson. Back to Mellon in the center. Beautifully executed. The shot attempt blocked there off the stick of Janacek. Lundmark getting it off the wall over to Mellon. He'll go around trying to find Olsen. Dupetsky taking it, goes through the legs of Mellon. He's on the far wing. He'll go with a pass back to Liam Williamson. He'll go around Oliver Becksbucka. Hans Carlson able to chip it up in the air. Carlson able to get it out. Williamson trying to get around it, but it's Aviator possession now. 2 minutes 30 remaining in the second period. Zach Mellon with the ball. Luke Williamson pressuring him there. Pass by Lundmark to Olsen. In the center to Carlson. Carlson trying to drive, chipped away there by Becksbucka. Now it's Luke Williamson on the close wing. He's got Larson. Larson takes the shot, but it goes off the body of Zach Mellon. Matt Alejandro able to recover the possession there for the Aviators. Now it's Philip Lundmark on the far side. He'll get around Holomoski. They come around the goal. Yalaby able to chip it away. Yalaby now. Spinning and darting everywhere, trying to shake Lundmark. He'll get it out to Lindborg. Holomoski to Larson. Larson spin around. The pass back to Yalaby. Over to Lindborg. We'll go to Yalaby. Yalaby driving in center. Ball chipped up and out of bounds. It's going to be Florida's hit in here with 1:40 left on the clock. Florida consistently keeping the pressure, but still a fairly even game here so far. The Aviators doing a phenomenal job on defense of stopping this high-octane offense. That pass sailing wide. Hodgstedt now on the offensive. Deep pass down, looking for Arcad. Saved by Schlad. Advantage play here for Florida after the collision with Arcad there and Peter Schlad. Matson now driving around the middle. Tarika trying to force a steal. Lindborg with a shot. He'll take it over to Strum. Strum to Malmstrom. Back to Strum. It's good! Number 87, Ole Strum, ending the drought for Florida. It was a beautiful assist from Malmstrom. Ole Strum able to finish the job. Florida back to a 2-goal lead. Here's your score with 1:10 left in the second. Now Aviators 4, Vikings 6. It's Ole Strum's 4th goal on the season. He's been an impressive performer with a lot of output for the Vikings team. Lundmark, the pass trying to find Nilsson. Hits a stick and it's chipped up in the air. Now it's Wojtek Janacek on the offensive, trying to get it to Williamson. Nearly in, but it sails wide right. It's going to be an Aviator ball here. Less than a minute on the clock. Mellon already taking it. Handing it down to Carlson. Another hit here awarded to the Aviators. This time a hit in. Mellon on the far side. Down deep to Lundmark. Bounces out of bounds. Another Ohio hit in. Lundmark to take it. The pass to Nilsson. Through the legs of Williamson. Over to Mellon. Back to Lundmark. The shot attempt goes off the helmet to Peter Schlad. Ohio's hit in to be taken here by Joel Olsen. 38 seconds on the clock. Lundmark now with the ball. Goes off the foot of Williamson. Nilsson there to recover against Janacek. 30 seconds on the clock. Joel Olsen looking for an opportunity. The spin around Williamson. Into Lundmark. Goes off the body of Janacek. Luke Williamson on Albin Nilsson. Nilsson and Lundmark able to keep it away. 15 seconds on the clock. Nilsson off the wall. Finds Carlson. Carlson the sweep shot attempt. Trying to get it over to Olsen. Unable to convert. Neither is Mellon. The save there by Schlad. Hit awarded to Ohio. 6 seconds left in the second period. We'll see if they can do anything with it. Joel Olsen here, ready to take the hit. All of Florida stacked in the crease. Mellon's ball goes off of Malmstrom. Over to Lundmark as time expires. At the end of 2, your score, Ohio Aviators 4, Florida Vikings 6. It's another electric game of NAFL action that you're not going to want to miss the third period of. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in less than 12 minutes with the next chapter in the Vikings versus the Aviators. And of course, stay tuned, as we're about to have another exclusive player interview. Fans of the North American Floorball League, we've just finished the second period of this intense matchup between the Aviators and the Vikings. Joining me here is Ollie Strom. How are you feeling after the second period?
Yeah, I think this second period is better than the first. We had a good tempo on our play, and yeah, if we're doing this in the third period, I think we're going to win the match.
Now, what can you tell us about the passion on the court? Obviously, it's very physical, very gritty, a lot of penalties.
Yeah, it's a great game, full of intensity, and yeah, I like this. So yeah, it's good.
And what do you think is going to be the key for your team as you try to continue your success, to continue your lead all the way to a win?
Yeah, as you said, I think we just need to continue and play like we do and try to defend as good as possible. So I think, yeah, we're doing that.
Understood. Well, always thrown best of luck
Thank
in
you.
the third period. Floorball fans, you're not going to want to miss the third period between the Aviators and the Vikings, so stay tuned. We'll see you in a sec. Well, Floorball fans, we're almost ready for the third period here between the Aviators and the Vikings. But before we return to the court, we'd like to remind you that the NAFL wouldn't be possible without our sponsors. Of course, we sent our explorers out to search the galaxy. They came back and told us there was only one stop for everything Floorball, floorballplanet.com. And of course, the NAFL has the unofficial clothing partner for the 2023 season. It's Kempa. If you like what our referees are wearing, then you like Kempa from head to toe, from shoe to shirt. And as we head back down for the face-off, it's going to be number 91, Hans Carlson here, against number 17, Emil Mattsson. It's been a fierce battle so far this game. Florida currently with a 2-goal lead, but Ohio's been playing very well, very energetic. They're hungry for this win. We're going to see how it plays out here in the last 20 minutes of regulation. Oliver Becksbucka coming around the middle, he'll pass to Mattsson. The key for Florida this game against the Aviators to get around their very skilled defense has been quick plays, catching them flat-footed, catching them off guard, whether it's from a free hit, a hit in, confusion with referees. They've been able to capitalize on it to create scoring opportunities and actually get goals from it. Malmstrom, that pass deflected there by Runke. Going over, Olistrom, the shot goes wide. Sails out off the body of Runke. It's going to be a hit in here for Florida. Number 9, Zach Mellon here, ready to defend Janacek. The pass to Kopetsky. Back over, number 71, Wojtek Janacek, looking for an opening. He's not going to find one yet. He'll have to go off the wall. Jalovi, shot sails wide. Another shot attempt by Jalovi, saved by Skug, pushed out. Mellon there guarding the crease. Jalovi looking for a third try. It'll go off the body of Hugo Carlson. Zach Mellon now, far wing, the pass to Joel Olsen. Back to Mellon, over to Mittelholzer. Down to Carlson. Mellon now on the far wing, the pass down, he'll find Olsen. Mellon fighting to stop the interception there by the Vikings. He'll get the ball out to Carlson, cross court to Olsen. Mellon, it's in! After Peter Slad was sprawled out, number 9, Zach Mellon, as many like to say in the NAFL, the future Hall of Famer, with a beautiful goal, taking the open opportunity in front of him. And with that, the Ohio Aviators first to strike here in the third period. It's still anybody's game. Your score at 18:30 left in the third. It's Ohio 5, Florida 6. Mattsson and Carlson again on the faceoff. Having to reset the faceoff here. Cover here by Mattsson. Shipped away by Hotterstedt. It'll go over to Tarika. Back off the wall to Hotterstedt. Ohio looking like they're going to maintain some more possession here. Olistrom unable to stop that pass to Hotterstedt. Over to Tarika. Cross court looking for Runke. They go back down, find Tarika. Tarika over to Runke. Down to Nilsson. Trying to find Carlson in towards the box. Recovered there by Peter Slad. A pass to Becksbucket. Mattsson back out. Becksbucket to Williamson. Back to Becksbucket. Mattsson on the far wing. Going around the center now. Looking for a pass opportunity. He'll find Linus Malmstrom. Trying to shake out, but Nilsson. Pass intercepted there by Tarika. They'll get it around Williamson. Ohio going to take their time, reset. Substitutions coming in here for both teams. Olsen to Mittelholzer. Zach Mellon with the pass there. Philip Lundmark coming in for Hans Carlson. Zach Mellon down to Carlson. Polomoski, the up man here in the 1-2-2 zone from Florida. Off the wall. Olsen off the wall again to Lundmark. Carlson weaving around Lindborg. Now he's behind the goal. He's got Mellon there for support. He won't take it. It's going to be a hit awarded here to the Aviators, helping to cement their momentum here, currently in the third period. Lundmark over to Olsen. Goes off the helmet of Slad. Now it's Janacek on the offensive. Mittelholzer trying to get there. The ball goes wild to the far side. Holomoski on Mellon. Mellon able to come away with it. Kopetsky on the wall. He'll go down to the ground. Hit awarded to Florida there after that tumble. Bexbucker heading out to take the hit. He'll pass down to Williamson. Malmstrom in front of him. A chip pass down a little wide. Nilsson trying to use it as a foothold on the defense. Pass intercepted there by Samuel Runke. Off of pressure from Nilsson, forcing the pass. Always throw him on him tight. Albin Nilsson now in the close wing. He's got open waters in front of him. The pass to Runke. Always throw him retreating there around to the half-court line. Kalle Harstedt coming in the middle there. You can see always throw him being very strategic about when he's trying to bite. Pass off the wall. Nilsson to Carlson. Carlson behind the goal line. He'll get it out to Tarika. Around Strum. The shot attempt by Ruka, nearly good. Just saved by Petter Slad. A great offensive try there by Ohio. It's going to be Hans Carlson coming off here. Both teams bringing new lines. Hit it in here for Ohio. Number 8, Philip Lundmark, set to take it. Off the back wall. They'll find Carlson, but Lindborg's there to take it from him. Carlson still driving, trying to get it around. Saved by Slad. Going to his legs. Max Lindborg with the pass to Jalavi on the close wing. Lundmark, the up man for Ohio. Deep pass down to Wojtek Janacek, back to Jalavi. Looking for Lindborg. Lundmark not going to pressure, the pass gone wild. Yeah, Kopetsky coming around now, center lane. Down to Lindborg. Around Mittelholzer. Zach Mellon there, able to break up the pass. Hugo Carlson. The pass down. Philip Lundmark was looking for a penalty call there. He won't find one. Ball chipped out of bounds there. It'll go off the stick of Carlson. It's going to be a Florida hit in. No rush play from the Vikings here. Linus Malmstrom. Pass out to Williamson. Off the wall, Malmstrom now. In the center lane. He'll try and pass it to himself off the back wall, but the ball sailing out of bounds there. It's going to be another Florida Vikings hit in. Florida starting to mount some offensive pressure here in the third period. Listrom looking to get it back over to Malmstrom. Kalle Harstedt on the defense there, able to stop it. Albin Nilsson there, getting a pass out to his man Brunke. A spin to evade Strum. The pass goes out to Harstedt. The deep ball. It'll find Tarika down deep behind the goal line in Florida territory. Two missed passes there. Bexbucker going into the wall, taking Tarika with him. It's going to be ruled a Vikings ball. 14:40 remaining in the third. Ohio only a goal away. Lindborg to Kopetsky. Cross court to Jalavi. Jalavi over to Kopetsky again. Back to Lindborg. Triangle passing so far. They'll go to the middle. Wojtek Janacek. Joel Olsen with a slide and a save there going off his body. Now it's a battle for possession in the back corner. Jakub Kopetsky set to take the hit. Chip pass. Jalavi just off the leg of Skug. A close call there for the Aviators. Mellon gets it out to Carlson. Ohio on the attack. The pass intercepted by Kopetsky, intended for Joel Olsen. Pass down, just saved by Skug. A pass nearly gone wild into the goal. Mittelholzer trying to get it to Carlson. Zach Mellon is there to recover in the backcourt. Zach Mellon slowly charging down towards center court. They'll go down deep. Olsen to Mittelholzer in the middle. After some contact there with Wojtek Janacek, he goes to the ground and the pass goes wild. Jalavi now on the attack, getting the angle on Lundmark. Jalavi got to Lindborg. Jalavi, the shot sails wide. It's off the wall there in the back corner, recovered by Hugo Carlson. He's got Olsen in the middle. Stolen by Jalavi, but Philip Lundmark there to recover for the Aviators. Intense battle there. Lundmark looking for an opportunity. A pass to Mellon. Mellon looking across. Harstead now with the ball in the far wing. Will get it out to Albin Nilsson at the head. Out of Harstead. The shot attempt. It goes high. They're going to call it out on Zach Mellon. It'll be a hit in here for Florida. Emil Mattsson. The pass to Malmstrom. Mattsson on the far side. He'll pass back to Bexbucka. Down off the wall. Go around the corner. Mattsson still there for the Vikings. Bexbucka now mid-court. Back to Mattsson. Bexbucka now in the close wing. Pass down to Malmstrom. Trying to juke in. The chip in by Liam Williamson. Off the assist from Linus Malmstrom. And that will put Florida back ahead by 2 goals, 12:39 remaining in the third period. Your score now, Aviators 5 versus the Vikings 7. It was a beautiful play there. The strategy, of course, keeping a man in the crease. In this case, Liam Williamson just ready to pounce whenever the opportunity presents itself, whether to save a goal attempt or to directly take a pass to chip the ball in. Aviators driving hard off this faceoff. I know with every passing second, their performance becomes more important. Kopetsky into Janacek. Florida taking all the momentum. Wojtek Janacek with the goal there immediately after Williamson's. Florida putting themselves back on top. 12:29. It's now a 3-goal lead for Florida. Your score, Aviators 5, Vikings 8. Malmstrom getting set here for the faceoff. Tarika recovers there for the Aviators. The pass out to Runke. Ole Strom looking just as vigorous as ever there on defense. Pass blocked there off the body of Mattsson. Malmstrom recovering with some smooth moves around Carlson. Over to Bexbucka. In the middle to Mattsson. Bexbucka still in the backcourt. Carlson now starting to press for Ohio. Cross court to Malmstrom. Bexbucka to Williamson. Williamson taking his time, will go off the wall. Harstead able to get there before Bexbucka. Tarika driving off of Schlad. Carlson unable to get the shot off while Schlad was still unprepared. Harstead shot just off the left post. Tarika looking to make another opportunity. He kicks it out to Carlson. And it's good! Hans Carlson, number 91. Keeping Ohio in the game here. 11 minutes, 28 seconds. And your score now, Ohio Aviators 6, Florida Vikings 8. That shot from deep on the far wing. A lot of luck and a lot of skill to get it in from that depth. It's his first goal on the season. Olsen and Kopetsky here for the faceoff, recovered by Florida. Jalovi to Lindborg, back to Jalovi. Not too much of a press from Lundmark yet, but he's starting to edge closer. Lindborg over to Jalovi on the close wing towards center court. Running back after some pressure from Hugo Carlson. Cross court over to Kopetsky. Pass intercepted. Olsen trying to find his man Carlson in the middle. Olsen driving tight. Just chipped away. Jalovi now with the ball for the Florida Vikings in the far corner. Driving down towards midcourt. He'll spin to shake Hill Olsen. Back Lindborg. Able to get the angle there on Lundmark. Trying to get a shot attempt. Just chipped away there by Mittelholzer. Now it's Lundmark with an opportunity here for the Aviators. The spin around Holomoski. Off the back corner after that shot attempt goes wide. Zach Mellon now just saved by Petr Schlad. Janacek to Kopetsky. Cross court to Lindborg. Madsen and Bexbucka here in the backcourt for Florida. Cross-court to Lindborg. Substitutions for both teams now. Malmstrom on the close side. He'll kick it back out. Lindborg to Bexbucka. Goes off the stick there. Philip Lundmark chipped out of bounds. 10 minutes, 2 seconds remaining in the third, almost halfway through. Though the score has changed, the lead hasn't. Florida still up by 2 goals. Off the wall, Lindborg looking for a sweep shot, sails high, right out of bounds. Hit in here for Ohio. It'll be Runka set to take it here. Go to Harstedt in the middle. Driving towards the center, it's Runka. The pass out to Harstedt. Pass attempt to Tarika goes wide. Now it's Madsen here for the Vikings. Pass to Lindborg on the close wing. He'll go down. Malmstrom looking for a pass to Lindborg. Unable to get a shot attempt off. Madsen can try. He'll send it wide right, though. Albin Nilsson now for the Aviators, looking to recover. Albin Nilsson taking his time. Substitutions coming in here for both teams. Kalle Harstedt sending it over to Olsen as he subs out. Mittelholzer now with the ball in the backcourt. Holomoski not pressing just yet. Mittelholzer on the far wing. Back to Mellon. Down to Carlson. Mellon. Back down to Carlson. He's got Janacek in front of him. They'll head back into the backcourt. Point a spin move. Trying to get the angle on Holomoski. He'll go cross-court pass to Mellon. Deep diagonal pass back to Carlson. It's Olsen in the center. Ball chipped away by Bexbucka into the far corner. Close wing. Double team defense there on Bexbucka. He's able to chip it out, though, to Jalovi. Phenomenal job there by Bexbucka. Now Florida changing the pace, taking it a bit slower. Lundmark trying to press up on that backcourt passing route. He's going to force Jalovi to drive here. Over to Lindborg. Lindborg, sweet pass, cross-court to Kopetsky. A powerful pass to Lindborg. In the middle, Janacek just misses the shot opportunity. The timing slightly off. Lindborg sending it back to Jalovi deep in the backcourt. Again, more substitutions for both teams, getting late in the game, trying to keep their players fresh. 8 minutes remain in the third period. Lindborg over to Jalovi. Jalovi coming around the middle. Pass to Lindborg. He's got Malmstrom on the close wing. He'll take the pass. Over to Jalovi. Malmstrom cycling through now. Down a row on the close wing still. Lindborg now doing the same. The pass in the middle to Madsen. Loses control. It goes to Samuel Runka of the Aviators. Albin Nilsson. Pass back out. Runka cross-court to Harstedt. Harstedt gets it to Carlson. Can they do it again? Trying to get it over to Nilsson to chip it in. Just a tad off. Now it's going to be Lucas Jalovi. Soft pass over to Lindborg. Bexbucka coming back in. The pass to Malmstrom. Cross court. Strom just off the top post. A close call for Ohio as they try to stay alive. Nilsson going to the ground. Free hit's going to be awarded here to the Aviators. Once again, getting heated. It's intense. It's physical. As Ole Strom, number 87, told us in intermission, it's the kind of play that he and his team like. We've certainly seen that on the court. A lot of penalties, a lot of strong, aggressive defensive play, but it's kept the game tight. It's kept it competitive. Shot attempt by Hugo Carlson, sails wide right off the back wall. Olsen to Lundmark, to Carlson. Carlson trying to find Olsen. It'll go off the wall. The pass back to Mittelholzer. It's still anybody's game. Floorball is a fast-paced, high-energy sport where anything can happen. That attempt by Olsen sailing wide left. Janacek trying to beat out Carlson to the corner. Both about to go tumbling over it. Carlson able to get the advantage there. Coming around now on the close wing. He'll stop, kill the momentum. Pass cross-court to Olsen. Holomoski trying to capitalize. He's right there on him. Holomoski able to get there. Play's going to be stopped. It's going to be Ohio's ball. Mittelholzer. Over to Mellon. Carlson now. Coming from the crease. Now to the far wing. Pass back out to Harstedt. Looks effortless there from Hans Carlson. Beautiful passing work. Over to Runke. Back to Kalle Harstedt. In the middle there, he'll find Carlson. Goes off the legs there of Bexbucka. Jalovi recovering for the Vikings. Nilsson able to chip it out. Going behind the goal line, Malmstrom there on the steal. He's just got a little extra speed. Now Malmstrom on the fast break offensive. He's got Strum with him. Blocked there by Nilsson. Nilsson driving himself now. Blocked there by Jalovi. It's going to be an Ohio ball. Intelligent defense there, though, from Florida. Malmstrom pushing shoulder to shoulder, forcing Nilsson into Jalovi, who's there waiting. Carlson, shot attempt. What a spin. It's still in bounds, even though it sailed over the goal. Jalovi now in the close wing, cross-court pass. O'Fine's through him in the middle to Mattsson. Sails wide left. Skewed there to recover for the Aviators. Pass it to Runke. Lundmark finding Olsen. Lundmark again. Facing defense there from Holomoski. Mellon over to Mittelholzer. Mellon. Cross-court pass attempted there by Carlson. It's deflected by Kopecky. Bexbucka back to Kopecky. Florida on the offensive, trying to spin around Mittelholzer in the back corner. Smooth moves for Kopecky. Ball just saved by Skjug. Less than 5 minutes remaining. Time getting ever more dire for the Aviators. Still 2 goals down. A lost stick there. Bexbucka a little slow to get up. Play still continuing on the court. It goes around into the corner. Bexbucka going to sub out Jalovi in for him. Able to break through 2 men. Mellon pushing hard to try and get there. Olsen with the steal. Olsen down to Lundmark. Back to Olsen. It's good! Number 4, Joel Olsen, making a big play for the Aviators. Florida getting tired. Ohio too, but they're staying hungry. Great offensive there off Olsen's steal. With 4 minutes, 12 seconds left in the game, it's just as close as ever. Your score, Ohio 7, Florida 8. That's Joel Olsen's second goal on the season there for the Ohio Aviators on the faceoff here. It's Tarika driving, trying to get it over to Carlson. Nearly another goal there for Ohio. Jalovi in the close wing, cross court. Mattsson. Sweep shot attempt, sails high and out of bounds. Florida hit in here. 4 minutes on the clock. Ohio with some new life here. They know there's a chance. That ball from Jalovi going off the legs of Nilsson. Nilsson, another deflection. Jalovi on the close wing. He'll go over to Bexbucka. Tarika pressing, but he's still able to get a pass off to Mattsson. The steal there from Tarika. The pass to Carlson. The shot. It goes off the body of Jalovi. Mattsson now on the offensive. The pass to Kopecky. Jalovi there. Down court. Finds Mattsson. Saved by Skjug. Huge play there for the Aviators. First line returning to the court here for Ohio. Load management certainly a struggle. This late in the game, needing to maintain high levels of play. The pass to Carlson. Back to Mellon. Over to Lundmark. Lundmark going down into the wall. Will be a hit awarded here to Ohio. Carlson to Mellon. Back to Lundmark. Lundmark down the wall, trying to find Carlson. Collision there. Janacek trying to capitalize. He's just as fast as Lundmark. It's anybody's game there. In the back corner, referee stopping play as Lundmark tumbles and stumbles out. Ohio's hit, they're taking it quick. Carlson looking for Mellon, who's not there. And Mellon looking for Olsen, who isn't there. 2 costly errors there on Ohio's drive, but they still have possession. It's their ball here on a free hit. Olsen chipping it into Mellon. Shot attempt sails high, out of bounds. .234 remaining in the third. The pass by Lindborg. Over to Mattsson. Crucial moments here for the Ohio Aviators. Jalovi Some quick passing in the backcourt with Lindborg. Over to Malmstrom. Malmstrom now driving, coming around center lane. It's good! Number 88, Max Lindborg with a response to the Aviators. With 2:21 left in the third, Florida re-extending their lead. That is critical for them in the last moments of the game. 2:21 left in the third. Your score now Ohio 7, Florida 9. It's been an intense back and forth all game here between Florida, between Ohio. Both teams putting their all into this matchup. It's fun to watch, and it's tense for the players. As we head back down, Ohio still with a chance, just have to work hard for it. Recovery there on the face-off by Florida. Bexbuka into Kopetsky. Deep pass, looking for Janacek. It sails behind the Aviators' goal line. Holomuski shot it down, blocked by Mellon. It's the 2-minute warning here. A save by Skug, 1:59 left on the clock. Ohio has a hit in here. Ohio needs 2 goals to tie. In the Aviators' first game as a club, they played against the Jaguars, who were able to score 2 goals in the last minute of the game. That was how they lost. Maybe today it's how the Aviators can secure a win. We'll see, but we certainly know it's possible. Olistrom to Malmstrom. Coming down the line, a spin move around. Matson trying to press it out. Joel Olsen for the Aviators. They'll pass it back down to Zach Mellon. They're playing 6 field players now for the Aviators. They know this is their final chance as we get ready to enter the last minute and a half of play. Carlson back to Lundmark. Blocked there by Strom. With such aggressive counterattacks by the Florida Vikings, it's certainly a risky strategy. Missed ball there. Mellon going to have to recover it quickly. No goalie. Mellon, center lane, back out to Olsen. Tarika, back to Olsen. Trying to get it in to Nilsson. The shot attempt by Carlson. It's saved by Peter Slad. Lundmark, crucially saving that throw from Slad. Off the wall, Hugo Carlson's going to be here with possession. Less than a minute remaining on the clock. Olsen finding Tarika. The shot attempt sails wide right. Wojtek Janacek there to recover. Ollie Strom going down deep, waiting for a deep pass for an open net goal. Yalavi sending it down deep. The hit's going to be awarded here to Ohio before Strom has a chance for a goal. They're playing it quick. 35 seconds. Lundmark on the close wing. They'll bring it down, working with Carlson. The shot attempt, slap shot, was off the foot of Janacek. Sails into the far corner. It's Olsen on Yalavi. Off the wall, Nilsson trying to make anything happen. Carlson gets it into Lundmark. Sails out of bounds. 15 seconds on the clock, and it's going to be Florida's ball. Kopetsky, deep pass down. Malmstrom going to look to make an open net goal. Still no goalie, and it's in. And a dangerous strategy. Last-ditch effort backfires for the Ohio Aviators. Linus Malmstrom there with the open net goal against the Aviators. Just under 11 seconds left on the clock. Florida pulling away even further here. Your score, Aviators 7, Vikings 10. It was impressive work there from the Vikings, something they've been able to do all day. It's make offensive opportunities even when they're outmanned on the court, whether that's 2 field players down from penalties or whether it's here whenever Ohio's playing an extra player. Nilsson on Larson for what most likely is the final face-off of the game. Larson, the ball chipped to the close wing. Zach Mellon boxing him out behind the goal here. Mellon knows the outcome. And at the buzzer, your final score. It's Ohio Aviators 7 versus Florida Vikings 10. Floorball fans, what a way to end the day of floorball action live from Georgetown, Texas. But don't worry, it's not over yet. We have another great day of floorball coming to you tomorrow live again at 1, 4, and 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We hope to see you then, and stay tuned on this broadcast for an exclusive post-game interview. Well, Floorball fans, we've just concluded day 3 of the 2023 season of the North American Floorball League. The Vikings have just won another game, advancing to 2-1. I'm joined here by Wojtek Janacek. How are you feeling after that big win?
Yeah, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling really, really great because I'm glad the team pushed through today because it wasn't a very easy match. It was very difficult for us, and especially with the first game that we lost. Then we needed to rebound, and we have done that, I think. So I'm very proud of the team. We played really nice today. Good team win for us.
What do you think changed? Obviously, you kicked it into high gear as the game went on, and in the third period, the Vikings really came into their own. What was the difference maker?
Well, I'm not sure actually. I'm not sure, but like we probably pushed through as a team. Yeah, that's what I said. We wanted it more probably. That's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, but nothing else. I'm not really sure it changed that much. But if you say so, then it's changed.
Well, Wojtek, last question. What has your experience been like in the NAFL so far, coming to the league? It's your first season here.
Well, it's been really nice. I'm glad the venue is really nice, and I was like, to be honest, I was expecting like the level to be a little lower, and I'm really glad there are some good players, and we get to play some really good teams. So I'm very happy that the level is high, and that we have some like good games ahead of us.
Great. Well, congratulations on the win. Here's to more. Floorball fans, thank you so much for joining us for our games today, and we'll see you again tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time when the Fresno Force take on the Ohio Aviators. Until then, I've been your host, Tanner David.